Welcome back to Big Nick's Meats and Treats. Today we're going to do a summertime favorite. We're going to make peach cobbler. I've been wanting to do this video for quite a while, but I've been having a hard time finding good peaches at the grocery store, especially Freestone peaches. So this past weekend I went to a big farmer's market. A group of local farmers have a whole bunch of farmers markets, and I got some really good locally grown Freestone peaches, and I'm going to make peach cobbler out of these babies. So let's get into it. So in the intro, I mentioned Freestone peaches. It's kind of a big deal when you're either canning peaches or you're using them for cooking. A Freestone peach is a peach that when you cut it in half, it pulls away from the pit easily. Most of the peaches that you're going to find in the grocery store are not Freestone peaches, and they are an absolute pain to work with. So these are good Freestone peaches. And the first thing we have to do to be able to put these in the cobblers, I want to get the skins off. So I'm going to have to blanch these. And before I blanch them, I take all the peaches and I put a little tiny X in the bottom of the peaches here. So that will give me something to start working with after I blanch the peaches. And on the stove right now, I have a pot of water that's getting to a boiling point, and I have a stick of butter that I'm melting to get ready to make the batter for my cobbler. All right, I got these all prepped and ready to go in the boiling water, so let's get these babies blanched. All right, I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, you want to start with 4 to 6 medium-sized peaches. I always do 6 because I like extra peaches in the cobbler. So we got my water boiling now, my butter's melting on the stove, and I'm going to put these peaches in the boiling water for about 90 seconds just to make it easier to get those peelings off. So we're going to put those in there, and then after 90 seconds, I'm going to put them in this ice bath to stop the cooking process. So I'm going to get all these done, and we'll get back to you in a second. All right, our 90 seconds is up, so I'm going to pull these peaches out with the colander, get them into the ice bath because we want to stop that cooking process. We're not trying to cook them, we're just trying to make those skins a lot easier to get off. And then I just put them in this ice bath, and I'm going to let them sit there for a few minutes, and then I'll take them over to the sink and we'll get those peelings off and get them ready to go. We'll see you in a bit. All right, we're ready to get the peelings off these peaches. So I'm going to grab a peach in here now, and I'm going to start where I made the X on the top of the peach, running cold water. And if the peaches are ripe, you should get big old hunks of peeling like that coming off real easy. And this just makes the peaches so much more palatable when you're either canning them or use them in baked. And they'll just come off in a big old hunk in your hand. And that means they're nice and ripe. Most of the ones you get in the grocery store don't do that. And then I just put them back in the ice bath. So I'm going to do all these here, get all the peelings off. Look at that, nice big hunks. Makes it super easy to deal with them there. They're a little bit slippery though after you get the peelings off, so you got to be careful. So I'm going to finish these up, and then we'll go ahead and start prepping the peaches for the cobbler. See you in a sec. All right, now that we have the peaches peeled, I'm going to go ahead and slice them up and get them ready to go for the cobbler. So I'm going to make a circle with the knife all the way around the peach. And if they're good Freestone peaches, they should pull apart from the pit real easily. Okay, not bad at all. Okay, so that's the advantage of a Freestone peach. If you don't have a Freestone peach, you're going to end up just making a big old smushed mess out of them. Now that I got them in half, I just want to slice them just like you would see canned peaches. And then I'm going to put these in the pot here because then I'm going to have to put some sugar on them. So I'm going to go ahead and do all 6 of these peaches and get them sliced up and ready to go. And once I get these prepped, then we'll start working on the batter. All right, let's make this batter. It's super easy. It's 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of sugar, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and 1 cup of milk. I'm using 2%. And then just a pinch of table salt. Put that in there. And then I'm going to whisk that up. Want to just try to get all the lumps out of it here. It's going to almost look like pancake batter when you're done. Now I'm going to take my 1 stick of melted butter that I had, and I'm going to pour that into my glass baking dish. Just cover the whole thing. Okay. And then now we're going to go prep the peaches. We got to macerate the peaches with some sugar on the stove and get those ready to go into the batter. We'll see you in a sec. All right, we got our peaches all sliced up and ready to go in the pot. I'm going to put my stove on medium-high heat, and I'm going to add 1 cup of sugar and 1 tablespoon of lemon juice because we don't want the peaches to get discolored. And then I'm going to stir this constantly until it comes to a boil. We're just trying to get all those nice juices out of the peaches and get them sweetened up a little bit before we put it in the cobbler. So I have to stir this until it's ready to go in a boil. And then I'm going to add it to the batter, and this is going to be delicious. Okay, our peaches are ready to go. As you can see, lots of juice has come out of the peaches and they look and smell amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat off on that. And now that batter I made, so I have my pan with the butter in it. I'm going to take that batter I made and I'm just going to spread it all around in this baking dish and get it in there evenly. This just makes that amazing cobbler batter that everybody loves so much. Okay. There we go. Now I'm going to take my peaches, and I usually use just a glass measuring cup to do it, just so I don't make as big a mess. And then I'm just going to start pouring this peaches and juice and everything into the cobbler. And while I'm doing this, I have my oven preheated to 375 degrees. Oh man, this smells so good. And if you have a little bit of extra peaches, that's okay because it's fantastic on ice cream. I think that's good. And now I'm going to get this in the oven on 375 for 42 to 45 minutes. I have a gas oven and it cooks a little bit hotter, so it'll probably be done in about 40 minutes on mine, but 42 to 45 on your electric ovens. So let's get her in the oven. Well, it looks and smells fantastic. It's ready to come out of the oven, so I'm going to grab this thing. Oh yeah! Look at that bad boy. Holy cow. My goodness, hot as lava, but man, does it look good. It looks so good. So I'm going to sit here and let this cool for quite a while, and probably in an hour, hour and a half, we'll cut into it and get a taste, and I can't wait. All right, it has sufficiently cooled off enough that I can take a bite of this, so I'm going to scoop me up a piece here. I'm bringing some over to the neighbors too. I have some neighbors that are we'll say well-seasoned neighbors, and they really enjoy the cobbler. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. Dig into this. Wow. Those peaches are sweet without being too sweet. And that batter, that dough is so good. These are Regina peaches, locally grown. Super good. If you want to try this out, it's a great summertime favorite. Just make sure you get Freestone peaches. The variety is less important than making sure they're Freestone. We're going to be doing another video soon. Make sure you give us a like and a subscribe. Tell your friends about us and ring that bell, okay? Until we do another video, watch me work, baby. Watch me work.